I just wanted to come and talk to y'all really quick. So, if you don't follow me on Instagram, please go and follow me at 11 Moons 11. I've been posting mostly on Instagram more than anything else, to be honest with y'all. And honestly, not even like post. It's been more story post than anything. Just because, I don't know, I've just been in a very reflective space and I haven't felt the need to be all over the place with the content. Anyways, couple of announcements that I want to make at the beginning of this video, and then we're going to get into the topic. Because I'm about to be really vulnerable with y'all and we're about to talk about some real shit, okay? And y'all know me. I gotta psych myself up for this, okay? So, first things first, we are starting our Fall Into Change challenge. We're starting that challenge tomorrow, okay? The only thing that you're going to be required to do tomorrow is you're going to get an email. If you are subscribed to my site, you're going to get an email that'll give you where to find everything and what to do. But essentially, for 21 days, we're going to get up in the morning at 5 a.m. We are going to work out. We're going to do some yoga, and we're going to journal, okay? Every week, we're going to have a meditation that sets the tone for the week. We're going to do that meditation at the beginning of the week. And then we're gonna go through our mindfulness activities each day of the week. And that's just gonna push us into discipline, push us into change, push us into consistency. We're continuing this challenge for 21 days, so it's gonna start on the 16th of September and it is going to continue until the 7th of October. By the time the 7th of October rolls around, at least 2 of the asteroids and I think 1 or 2 of the planets that are currently in retrograde will be coming out of retrograde, and will also be coming into a little bit more of a calming astrological season. So it'll be like the perfect start to get into alignment before we actually need to be there, if that makes sense. Another thing is this dimensional graduation period is happening in the cosmos as well. I don't talk a lot about dimensions and stuff on here, but what I will say is it's a very important time between the 21st and the 26th of September to really get into alignment, to really tap in with yourself and figure out who you want to become and start really, elevating your vibration. And so I think this is just going to aid us in continuing to do that for the rest of the month. So I encourage you to join. If you can't make every live when we're live, that's fine, but I would encourage you to still do the activity during the day, whether you're going to do it in the morning or in the evening, in the afternoon. That's up to you. Just take some time to do it in the day. I'm going to try to make each video 30 to 45 minutes long, and no longer than that, so that you're not spending a lot of time. But I can't say that it'll be any shorter than that because we are going to be doing a workout. We're going to be doing a little piece of yoga, and we're going to be doing a journal in each of the videos, okay? All right, so that's pretty much that on that for the announcement. Let me get into this topic that I came to talk to y'all about. So I've been telling y'all it's cleansing cutoff season. I've been hearing it in a lot of my readings. I've been seeing it all up and down my timeline, being nosy as well. People are revealing themselves. Situations are being revealed and blown up, and as they should. We're in the middle of retrograde season, okay? We just had our full moon in Pisces. It just changed to fall. And right now is a time where the last things that are going to be revealed into the light that you need to see, that need to be shed, are being revealed to you so that we can be prepared to go into the darkness feeling safe, feeling calm, feeling serene, and feeling aware. Because the darkness is enough to combat by itself. The void is enough to combat by itself. So with that being said, I thought that it would be helpful for you guys, because y'all always hear me talk about that from a general perspective. And of course it hits home and it makes sense. You guys have experienced it, I'm sure. But I thought it would be good for me to talk about it in a personal context, because something happened that triggered me, and it made me realize that I'd be right on point, okay? So everybody knows last year I got married. If you don't know, now you know. Last year I got married in October, okay? I have not always had the best relationship with my dad, but I try to be like good to him because I just try to be understanding and accept people for where they are. Issues that I have with my dad. One, he was locked up my whole entire childhood. I did not meet this man until literally my high school graduation, literally. And I didn't get a letter. I didn't get a postcard. I didn't get no pictures. His family didn't have nothing to do with me. Like, literally, my mama had told me about him, but that's it. And I met him literally at my high school graduation, right? So me being me, especially who I was at 17, oh my God, I was a completely different person than I am now. But me being me, I've always been loving and open-hearted. So my mom has always told me good things about him. You know, she told me if he would have been out, he would have been a good dad, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, whatever, like, cool. So he comes to my graduation. I accept him, embrace him with open arms. That next year, like, we're hanging out, we're getting to know each other. I go and spend Christmas with his family, all the things. Mind you, I'm 30. Okay, so this is years ago. All the things, right? And we're getting close. So then fast forward, time goes on. I move from Houston to Austin. Okay. Now, in between me moving, I already was frustrated with him because I feel like he was inconsistent and he was only active when I would put forth the effort, not whenever. I feel like he was only active whenever I would call him or if I would invite him somewhere, but not like on his own accord, right? So I was frustrated with him with that. And like, I just started distancing myself from him. So I distanced myself from him. We obviously are not seeing each other. I'm not really speaking to him. He starts calling my mom and seeing my family, and my mom ends up inviting him. I think it's like my 25th birthday because I had a party at her house. Okay, cool. We have a conversation. He cries. I cry. We make up. And I'm like, okay. I'm letting him in. So that happens. Time goes on, and honestly, his behavior doesn't change, but I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm going to deal with him on my terms, and that's just how it's going to be. Like, it is what it is. I'm not going to go out of my way to build a relationship with him when he's not doing that for me. If I need something, I'll contact him, or if I feel like I need my dad, I'll contact him. Otherwise, you know, it is what it is. Well, the last 2 years have been very stressful for me because I became a business owner, and it put me into a very vulnerable financial position. And during my wedding, I was working so hard and going so hard trying to like get everything together and make sure that everything is set, me and my wife. And her family is putting in, my mom's putting in. He ain't calling me saying, hey, baby girl, do you need anything? Is there anything I can help with? But then I'm calling him, I'm texting him, my mom's calling him, my mom's texting him. He's not even responding. So the last straw was I had texted him about, I think I asked him for like $200 or something for like the last payment for our photos or something like that. I can't remember the exact text, and I cannot pull it up and read it to y'all at this moment. But I had texted him about that. He didn't respond for like 3 days. And mind you, anytime I call him or text him, even if he doesn't have whatever I'm asking for, or if he isn't available or whatever, he will at least call me or text me back or something. He won't call me first, but he will call me or text me back if I call him. So he is not even responding to me. So at this point, I'm just already pissed off because I'm already stressed out. It's my wedding. My wedding is in like 3-4 weeks at this point. I'm stressed. Like I have all this stuff going on with business. My mama is it's stressing me out because she just stresses me out. She comes with a lot of energy, and it's a lot dealing with her. And I love her. She always comes through, but she stresses me out. And I'm just like, I needed him to be in my corner, and he was not available. And then he didn't even attempt to make himself available or go out of his way to do anything. So I politely, after 3 days of him not responding to me, I politely sent him a long drawn out text, and I told him about how he is only a father when he chooses to be a father. He's inconsistent. He was never there when he knew about me the whole time he was in jail. I didn't get a letter. I didn't get anything. I should have known how he was going to be when he came out. And I said, you know, I'm grateful for the things that he has done for me, because I can't say that he's never done anything. But as far as me feeling like I can count on him as a father for emotional, spiritual, physical support, I can't count on you for that, because you're fleeting. You only do it when you want to. You only do it when it looks cool for you. So that was September of last year, y'all. We're talking about full circle and retrogrades, right? That was September of last year, right? Okay, cool. So I'm planning a birthday party for my mom. Her birthday is September 25th. We're all supposed to be going to the lake, right? And when I say we all, I mean my wife and I, and my mom and my aunts and my cousins, and like the family, like my mom's side of the family. So I'm on the phone last night with my mama, and I'm talking about like final details and what I texted people and this and that. And my aunt calls me, my great aunt, my grandmother's sister. And she calls me, and I'm like, hey, Amy, what's up? And she's like, oh, I saw your dad at so-and-so's funeral, and he said that you're not talking to him and you went off on him because he didn't pay for your photos, and he didn't respond within the day, and he was going to withdraw the money, but you went off on him. Y'all, my aunt said a lot more than that, and the whole time she was talking, I wanted to interrupt her so bad. But me being me, I'm just very respectful when it comes to my elders, and I'm very like humble on that aspect. So I didn't want to like get upset with her, because I know she don't know what's going on, and she just going off of what he told her, right? Trying to make the peace. So she basically goes on to tell me he's talking to her about how life is too short, and I need to talk to him, and he can't get a hold of me, and blah 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 this and blah 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 that, and just a whole bunch of bullshit. Okay, not taking any accountability for anything, playing victim. Like, this is what he does. This is what he did when he first got out of jail, when it came to my family, mentioning me and pretending like my mama wasn't letting him see me when that wasn't even the case. His ass wasn't even making an attempt. Then when I moved out from Houston to Austin, he tried to act like 2 hours is so far away when you can go everywhere else, but you can't drive 2 hours to see your damn child as a priority. Then on top of that, this is the third time, not the first time, this is the third motherfucking time that my auntie, this specific same auntie, has came back to me and said some shit that you told her that was incorrect, that you took no accountability for. Stop mentioning me when you see my family. When y'all run into each other, just say hello. You don't have to bring me up, because they haven't seen me and they probably haven't talked to me. Not that I have anything against them, but I be over here minding my own fucking business. And I'm very private, so I don't like people in my business to begin with. So you over here telling my auntie that I went off on you and I did this and I did that, like I'm some type of crazy ass little girl who can't control her anger, who's just doing you wrong. And in the meantime and in between time, I did not go off on you. I mean, I did go off on you, but I didn't curse you out. I didn't call you out your name. I didn't say anything to you that was not a fact. So my auntie proceeds to tell me all of this shit that he's saying, and I'm getting pissed. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. My blood was boiling. I started shaking. My face was getting hot. Like, that's what happens when I get mad. Just if my armpits be sweating, like everything in me was just rising up. And I said, you know what, Amy? Let me just tell you this. I did go off on him, and I did block him on everything. He's blocked on my phone. He's blocked on Facebook. He's blocked on Instagram. And I said, I'm going to tell you why. I said, I've had this conversation with him 3 times. We had it twice in person. He wants to cry. I cried. We went over everything. And then the last time it was all stated in text, so he can't say that he don't understand nothing. He had a whole year to go over this text message and read literally everything that I said. I said, this is the problem. He's a shitty father. I said, I cannot count on him to be consistent in my life. He does not call me. He does not check on me. He does not invite me to anything. He doesn't host anything or try to put anything together to see me. I said, if I don't call him or invite him anywhere, then he will just not be a part of my life. And I said, that to me is not a father, and I don't need that type of energy around me. I said, if you're going to be in my life, if you're going to be in my energy and you're going to be close to me, you want to have that type of rank in my life, then you're gonna have to show and prove that you are worthy. I said, my mama played the mom and the dad role, and she set my expectations high. People can say whatever the fuck they want to say about my mama, and they probably do, but they can never say that she was a bad mother. Never. She may have had her shortcomings as a mom, but you'll never say that my mother was a bad mother, and she set my expectations high because, baby, you're gonna respect me, you're gonna love me, you're gonna fucking take care of me. Period. I don't give a damn. And you, as my daddy, I told my aunt, I said, you're my great aunt, and I can call you literally for anything. I said, you cannot hear from me for months, and I can call you and say, come right now, and you're gonna be on the way. I said, and I know that in my heart of heart, in my spirit of spirits. I said, I don't trust him to do the same thing because he's inconsistent. I said, and then he wants to cry to everybody and play victim and try to make me look like the bad guy, like the narcissist that he is. And I said, I straight up told him, I am not a woman that's trying to date you who finna chase you. I am your child. It's your job to make up for the shit that you missed. And if you're not gonna step up to the plate and meet, at least meet me halfway, I'm not gonna keep setting up the table for you. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, you know, I understand. He didn't tell it to me like that. Like, you know, you're still loved and I love you. I didn't mean to upset you and blah, 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 this and blah, blah, that. And I know it was not her intention to upset me. If she see this video, God forbid, I hope she don't think that I'm, you know, coming at her, because this ain't even about her. But the whole point that I'm making is that she came full circle, because when I say this was September of last year that I went off on this man and sent this text, and then this is the same shit that he was doing before I even met him, and the same shit that he has done repeatedly to try to get my attention when I stopped talking to him. It's the same shit, and it just goes to show me, like, my absence is exactly what the fuck you need, because you didn't even have the balls to take accountability and say, I fucked up. How can I get in touch with my baby? Help me get in touch with my baby. Instead of all of that, you try to make it seem like I'm crazy, like nobody wants to deal with you, like you're just all like you're not the problem, when in reality you are. And that just really fucking pissed me off. And I had half of mine to call his ass and go off on him, but I'm like, no, that's exactly what he wants. He wants some fucking attention, and guess who's not gonna give it to him? Me. I will not be giving it to him, because you don't deserve my attention, you don't deserve my energy, and you just don't, like, get it together. Like, come on. So I came to tell y'all that, just to say, sometimes your absence is the best thing, the loudest statement that needs to be made. We always feel like, oh, let me just explain how you had me fucked up. Let me just get it off my chest. And yeah, you can do that. You can get it off your chest, but still fucking stay absent. Don't think that the conversation is going to change anything. Because sometimes conversation can change things, but when you're dealing with people who have no intentions on meeting you halfway, no intentions on compromising, no intentions on doing better, no intentions on respecting your boundaries, ain't nothing gonna come of that. And the best thing that you can do is leave them right where the fuck they at. And then I'm gonna tell y'all this. It's fucked up that I have to deal with this type of behavior from my father. But I don't want y'all to feel bad for me, because I am okay. I've been going through this shit for years. I've made peace with it after I sent him that text message last year. And I just was triggered at the fact that he would literally lie on me to my aunt. Like, bitch, don't fucking lie on me. That's one thing I hate. Do not lie on me. Like, if you gonna say some shit, at least tell the real. And I politely sent my aunt a screenshot of the messages this morning, and I said, if you have any other questions about why I'm not speaking to him, if he has any other questions, then you can let him know that this is why. Because what? Like, I don't be understanding. I do not be understanding. And then, like, okay, that's what I was saying. So it's fucked up that I have to deal with this behavior from my dad, right? My father. But y'all be in whole ass relationships with people who do this same ass shit. And then y'all keep going back and back and back and back and back. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And you shouldn't do it either. I don't give a fuck who you are. Mama, daddy, auntie, sister, cousin, brother. I don't give a good goddamn. If you are not adding to my peace, if you're not assisting in the maintenance of my peace, if you're not assisting in my evolution, my happiness, my fulfillment, you can stay the fuck away from me. Period. I really don't care who it is. And that includes him. I wanted so badly to have the relationship that I always wanted with my father, and I gave him the opportunity to have that when he got out of jail, when I did not have to. I was grown. I didn't have to give him nothing. But I gave him that opportunity. He didn't do nothing with it. Nothing. But be in and out and inconsistent. Like, come on now. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to tolerate that behavior from my mama. I'm not going to tolerate that behavior from my wife. I'm not going to tolerate that behavior from nobody. I don't care. Friends, I don't give a good goddamn. Well, if you want to be close to me, you're going to have to be consistent. You're going to have to mean what you say. You're going to have to make me feel like I can count on you for real. Mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And if that's not the case, I can't have no dealings with you because I can't trust you. And if I can't trust you, I don't want you around me. And it's just that simple. Y'all be wanting to have people around y'all and in y'all space just because of the history, just because of the tie. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. And some people may say that I'm a bitch. Some people may say that I'm selfish. People may say life is short. You only have one family. I do not care. I don't. At the end of the day, when I die, I'm not going to be able to take none of this material shit that I'm manifesting with me. I'm not going to be able to take none of these people in my family with me. I'm not going to be able to take none of this. All of this shit is going to be gone when I die. The only thing that's going to be here is the impact that I left, the peace that I lived, and the memories and fulfillment that I have in my heart. That's what's going to determine the weight of my heart. And I want my motherfucking heart to remain light. Do you hear me? So I will not be carrying around nobody's demons for the free. And I want to encourage y'all to do the same thing. Like, I be feeling, y'all have no idea how fucked up I be feeling sometimes. Because I just feel like, damn, Shawnee, like, you just really don't fuck with nobody. And I really don't. And I'd be like, are you the drama? Are you the problem? And it's like, no, I'm not. I just have high expectations because I come with a high ass vibration, and bitch, you will not pull me down to yours. I don't give a fuck. So if you can't be in alignment with me, then I'm just not gonna fuck with you. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, I feel like people make life so complicated, and y'all, life is about choices. Life is about decisions. We have free will for a reason, and you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. I will never say that I hate anyone. I would never wish negativity or bad things on anyone, because that's just not who I am. That's not how my heart is set up. But what I will do is love people from a distance. I don't hate my daddy. I love him. I really do. I love him, and I wish him all the best. I just don't want him lying on me, and I don't want him trying to manipulate people's emotions because he's not a victim. And I want him to do better. But because he's not willing to do that, I cannot create space for him in my life. And that's just, it's that simple. And like, it's really just that simple. And I feel like you guys have to get to a point where you are willing to say the answer is no. And I don't give a fuck what the excuses are, what the answer is just no. No, I'm not going to keep doing this work for this amount of money because it's not suiting me. Every time I go into this fucking job, I have anxiety. I'm stressed the fuck out. I have headaches. Like, and then I'm barely paying my bills and scraping by. This cannot be fucking life. Like, this is not in alignment. That right there, all of that lets you know that you're not in alignment. You need to go. You need to go. No, I'm not going to keep staying in this toxic ass relationship and this back and forth. You don't know what the fuck you want. You're not coming to me. You're not giving me enough attention. You're not giving me enough affection. You're not consistent. No, I'm not. No, I don't want to maintain this friendship because all you do is just come and dump on me. You don't ever ask me how I'm doing. Every time we go somewhere, you expect me to pay for everything. You hardly ever pull out your damn debit card to say, okay, you got this round, let me get the next one. Like, no, I'm not doing it. No, you're not finna sit up and talk to me crazy. You're not finna call me a bitch hoe. You're not finna disrespect me and do all of that. No, the answer is motherfucking no. Cut and cleanse that shit the fuck off. It's some shit that flew for you yesterday that's not gonna fly for you today, and that's completely fine. But I'm gonna tell y'all something about me. As I evolve, and I'm constantly evolving, as I evolve, my boundaries is thick. Boundaries are an important thing to have. You can't expect everybody to live up to your expectations, baby. You can't. And sometimes you're going to have to meet people where they're at, and that's okay. But boundaries are not up for discussion. My boundaries are, I understand that this may not be a problem for you, but it's a problem for me. And I'm asking you to respect that and move differently when it comes to me. If you can't abide by that, that's not my problem, that's your problem. It's only my problem if I continue dealing with you after you have made clear that you have no intention of respecting my boundaries. It's that simple. It's really that simple. So absence sometimes is the loudest fucking statement that can be made, because to cut a motherfucker off and pretend like they did, or pretend like they don't exist, and then to block them, I don't even always block them, but to block them on top of that and not let them be able to see you and see what you're doing, it'll drive people crazy. And they'll feel the impact of you missing. You know, they'll feel it on a deeper level than you continuously trying to argue with them or have a conversation with them and get them to see where you're coming from, because they don't want to see. That's the truth about it. They don't want to see because they don't want to change their behavior. And I don't have to work with that. I don't. And neither do you. Okay? So I just wanted to come and make this video to say that really quick and to give y'all that little story. But baby, it's cleanse and cut off season. It's not cuffing season. It is cleanse and cut off season. There are a lot of things that are going to be revealed to you. There are things that are going to come full circle. It's not all going to be bad, okay? There's also some good things that may come full circle and that you may be able to revisit during this retrograde season. But what I will tell you is, don't waste your energy on shit that's not worth being fed, okay? Period. Bye.